Rushing from Punk Rock Saves Lives. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How's everybody doing out there?
Well, we're doing pretty good here. Not sick, and we're safe at home. So how about you?
Yep, we're buttoned down here in Denver. We're doing a lot of stuff online and trying to keep this nonprofit rolling and doing some good things in the world. And
Yeah,
it's
important.
yeah, you gotta keep rolling with the punches. So I was in the middle of getting to what would have been our first tour when they made the lockdown, and so I had to turn around and drive 1,000 miles home. But hey, we're rolling with the punches and doing lots of online support and all sorts of cool stuff. So
Yeah, and that was with AntiFlag, right?
yeah, AntiFlag was taking us out. Justin, the singer, one of the singers, is on our board of directors, and we were gonna hit it really hard. We had a combo T-shirt that was going to be out there for people to support the charity, and we were going to give autograph posters to everybody that brought 5 cans of food, and we were going to donate food to local food banks every night. So we were all set, and now that all sits in the camper out front. So right. Hopefully when they reschedule the tour, we'll get that all rolling again. So
yeah, that'll be great. And I'd love to get one of those T-shirts if they're available. If you're selling your stuff now, I'm sure that people would be interested in getting it if it helps somebody,
Yeah, it is still on the website. That's punkrocksaveslives.org, and they'll ship it right to you. If you're in the Denver area and would like one, I have stock of them here. We can figure something out. So I'm trying not to travel too much, but I'm every once in a while you got to get out in your car. I had to go get some vitamins today because vitamins are a big deal. Got to keep your body going through all this to fight off any chance of you picking up any of it, and hopefully you can stay healthy and all
Absolutely.
the fun stuff. So
yeah, I was watching one of your videos about PMA, and I find that through my own struggles with addiction, I found that positive mental attitude is one of the most important things, coupled with exercise.
Yeah, exactly. The PMA sessions we've been doing every Wednesday night on our Facebook page. If you want, jump in, and we've really just tried to get a collection of different punks on each week.
Cool.
Get somebody to play a little music. We've had Bradley Strohs from the Bunny Gang play some solo stuff. Nathan Maxwell from Flogging Molly and the Bunny Gang, and Shelby, his wife, came on and talked one week. We've had Tom Cheshire from West End Motel throw down some music, and
cool.
Johnny Spritzer's thrown down some tunes. Darren Pfeiffer from Punk Rock Karaoke and originally Goldfinger came on and spent some time with us a couple of weeks back. So basically the whole idea of the PMA sessions is to interact. We're all trying to social distance and stay out of the way of this pandemic, but through the magic of this little guy right here that we're doing right now,
yeah,
you can get together and talk to a group of people. We can watch the comments and answer questions, and just give everybody a sense that, hey, there is someone out here and we are listening, and we will answer our phones if you need us. If anything's dragging you down, we've made a huge thing with our sober friend on each and every week. Mackenzie, who's one of our people, is sober, and we want you to know there are meetings out there. There are everybody's doing a little bit online. I've been watching the Street Dogs, Mike and Johnny, have talked about look out a meeting, they're doing meetings just like we're doing, like right here. If that's your way of getting through not being addicted, there's always someone out there to talk to. And technology, I mean, you don't even have to have a computer. You can do it all on your phone now.
Yep.
In most cases. I'm sure there are some physical meetings still going on in places. It's not the safest thing to do, but not everybody has ability to all the technology. So, and I've even told people, if you need me, let me know, and we'll sit in the backyard 6-8 feet apart from each other and talk it out. So the idea of Punk Rock Saves Lives is we really want it to help with health issues, mental health issues, and socially active situations to really help out. We're still doing the bone marrow drives that we did with Love Hope Strength for 10 years,
Right.
and that's still an option on the website. You can order a kit. We'll probably do that at some of the bigger festivals once they get going again. But we wanted to be able to do so much more, and the mental health side has become a huge deal, especially with the pandemic. We wanted to concentrate on that, and this kind of forced the hand, and
Yeah.
we've we've got a Punk Rock Saves Lives mental health subgroup on Facebook. So if you're struggling in any way, please join. And you're in a safe spot there. You can talk to any of us, and if we don't know the answer, we will find someone that can help. Talk to a gentleman today, and you'll get a kick out of this with the Colorado area. Don't know a date yet, but we're going to work on a streaming festival sometime in June and
Awesome.
donate. I mean, any of the donations through there, we will funnel directly to independent places like Streets of London or
Yeah.
um, the Oriental Theater here in Denver, Seventh
Mhm.
Circle,
Yeah.
places like that. They're struggling. They got to pay their bills even though the doors aren't open. So, and they're trying to
Tough.
help. Well, and from talking to a lot of them, they're trying big time to help their employees as much as possible. So, um, so we're talking about working on an idea of having Colorado bands play a day-long stream, basically, and try to generate the idea of donating to a fund, and then we'll split that fund to all the different venues and stuff like that. Um,
Cool.
so that's one of the ways we feel like we can help during this time. Our big stream is coming up on the 30th, and I'm going to start announcing bands later this week. Normally we have, our dear friends at Punk Rock Bowling have been a supporter of me, myself, and the charities that I've been involved with for, geez, 7, 8, 9 years now.
Yeah.
And we normally have a big fundraising concert, and you guys came to the show. You
Mm.
played the regular, and then you came down to hang out with us for a while. We can't have that this year, obviously, and we're going to do a live stream the week after, because I don't know if it's official, and I don't want to blow anything. I think the Punk Rock Bowling guys are doing something over the Memorial Day weekend, so keep your eyes out on that.
Cool.
But the following Saturday, we're going to stream pretty much all day a collection of really cool bands coming in from all over the country. It'll be on the Hogs and Heifers page, which is the venue that helps us out so much out in Vegas, and our page at the same time on Facebook, dual streaming. And I'm lining up all the bands. Hopefully by Wednesday, Thursday this week, I can start throwing out some of the names, but y'all are gonna love it.
Awesome.
There's a lot of big names involved, and I'm stoked.
Right on, man. That is really good to hear, and it's really uplifting to hear all the things that you're doing, even from home. You know,
Yeah,
the
we're just
computer or even the phone is just an amazing tool for uniting people, even though we have to be apart. So it's really good to hear.
this was a grand opportunity for all of us to work together uh, just differently, and
Yeah.
it's been cool to see. We've had a lot of outturn and a lot of people jumping in and trying to be involved. So
Yeah, and it's really good to see all of the people in bands on your Instagram and everything coming together and to try to help Punk Rock Saves Lives as well, because it's certainly saved my life a few times.
it definitely has done that. I hit the big 5-0 this year, and I don't know if who knows what we would have done in life if it wasn't for seeing that. You know, for me, it was like seeing a punk band at 16, 17 years old and going, wait a minute,
Yeah.
there's something else. I want to do that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
luckily, there's a lot of give and take, and there's a lot of good and bad in any genre and any walk of life. Luckily, I stumbled into the 7 seconds and the BYO and the positive youth side of punk rock, and it's always been instilled in me. And if you basically talk to anybody that's known me since basically high school and college, that the words 7 seconds are pretty synonymous. And Kevin's always been all about the power of the youth and the power of the belief in doing the right thing, standing together, which is a pretty rad thought. And I was lucky enough to get to hang with him a couple of years ago, and I wanted him to know, and I was like, if it was nice to tell him, if you don't believe everything you did with the whole positive youth and everything like that, I'm proof. I took those words to heart, and I've tried to live them. We all go up and down and
Mhm.
everything, but I try to help people as much as I can.
Yeah. And that's an amazing calling. And
So
I really appreciate everything you've done. And I know that at times I felt like the Flask wasn't positive enough and we didn't use our voice in the proper way sometimes. We were all, in our own heads. And so, I want that to be the next chapter of my life is to step up and do more for others, and not just get in my own world. So
well, I
we're
wouldn't.
all trying.
I definitely wouldn't discount the Flask at all. You guys, I mean, I remember hearing of you guys way leading into, but my real first experience of you was when Frank Turner took you on tour, and Frank was being so great to me and the charities, still is.
Yeah.
But there, opening for Frank Turner, I literally, y'all hit your first few notes, and I went, and it was incredible. And I mean, just the fact that you gave people an ability to dance and an ability to let loose. Um, there was you know, a lot of digging into the lyrics and all sorts of great stuff that you might discount, but you guys gave people hope. You gave people um, ultimately something that's the most important thing in the world, and that's a smile. You know,
Yep.
so
It can change a lot. A smile.
yeah, a smile from anybody. That's it sounds funny, but a smile or a hey, looks like you're having a great day to someone, even if you barely know them, or hey, if you need anything today, we're out here, let me know, to anybody, might be the key to helping somebody go, you know what, I was having a really shitty day and someone actually cared. You know what I mean? It's kind of a crazy idea, but it's not.
It's
it's
yeah, it's totally it's real.
yeah, it's a simplistic view, but it's a real view. I believe that even telling someone their shoes are rad could keep, who knows if that person wasn't walking to the bridge to jump,
Yep.
and you just kind of look down and go, God, man, those are rad shoes. Where'd you get those? And you know what I mean? That might give them the thought process, hey, somebody wanted to talk to me, or somebody thought something I did was cool. You know what I mean? Luckily, with the Punk Rock Saves Lives, we've surrounded ourselves with powerful men, powerful women, people in the punk rock community, people in the business community. We're trying to get all these people involved to help with so many different angles and voices to help people
Awesome.
be able to handle everything. And we've been partnering lately. We've done a lot of talks, and we're going to partner with Hope for the Day a lot, an amazing organization for mental health, and they've been helping us get good ideas for how we're moving our mental health message. They're fantastic. There's A Voice for the Innocent, great group that fights for sexual violence victims. They've been reaching out to us, and Jamie, their founder, is just ultimately one of the most amazing people you'll ever meet. um, there's so many.
Yeah.
We're lucky that we took all the years of, and to be completely honest, a lot of the relationships we have with a lot of these amazing organizations comes from our buddies from the Warp Tour. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
doing the Warp Tour, we were a big family. We were a
Yep.
big everyday city set up in a different city, and we all, when you're traveling that close to each other and you're setting up each other's tents every day and you're sweating to death and you're running over, you're working your booth as hard as you could, running over to see your favorite band after, for 15 minutes, and running back to your booth, maybe running to get, some food or
Some
something.
food, yeah, something cool to drink.
Yeah. But you really become, I don't want to say hardened, but really you developed a thicker skin and
Yeah.
a way to, but that thick skin also had an ability to open up to other ideas.
Yep.
And there was a lot on there. There's stuff that we agree with and don't agree with, and we're about the positive side of punk. If you want to spread your discord, move it on. It's not welcome. We never discount anybody's opinion, but we won't stand for hate.
Getting out there and just trying to be as kind as possible, I think, made a huge difference for us on that tour. And trying to, even bigger bands that were hauling their gear across the field, and we had a moment, we would help them because we knew how important it was to help.
I will tell you, at the end of every summer of doing that, I came home in probably the best shape I'd ever been, because we worked really hard all day and then all evening, and then got on a bus, maybe got a little sleep, and did it all over again. For any of you musicians or people out there that are struggling, make sure to reach out to Music Airs. They're phenomenal. So
yeah, they are awesome.
They traveled hand in hand with us on the Warped Tours, and I know they had meetings for people trying to stay sober every night on the Warped Tour. Every night, it was really rad. So there's good out here, guys. There really is, and it doesn't mean you're not a punk to help somebody. That's the point we want to give, is that you can be a punk rocker, you can be a fashion punk, you can be a street punk, you can be a crust punk, you can be a folk punk, you can be there's so many subgenres and everything, but it doesn't matter. You can still be kind, you can still help somebody. It's not about, people try to do the nihilism argument of punk rock, and yes, there are and were bands that was what it was about to them. That's not what it's about to me
or me.
So we accentuate and push the positive side of punk, and we will keep going and keep doing everything we can to be there for you and figure new ways that we can all make a difference in the world. So I didn't get to the one major thing. If you're people watching, if you can, right on the front page of our website, as well as our Facebook page at the top, it's pinned. One of the biggest human rights issues going on right now during COVID is our prisoners. This is not a political statement. It's a human rights issue. There are a lot of people in jails for minor infractions and stuff that most of us could just go, oh, well, so that happened, but in certain life with no help or anything, they've been incarcerated. And while you're incarcerated right now, COVID is running rampant in our prisons. They are stacked together. They are sanitary conditions are very tough to come by. We have a petition on our page. All you have to do is literally put your name, your email, and what state you're a voter in, and we will actually send a letter to your congressman and senators for you. You don't have to do anything else that asks them to please take a look at letting the minor infractional people out, thin out the herd in some of the prisons, and let's make sure that someone that isn't in there for murder or something, very grievous, they don't have a life. They aren't considered a death sentence from this disease,
right?
Because they sold a bag of weed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be political there. I'm just trying to give an example.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of people in the prisons to this day for something that's now legal in how many states?
Many.
I don't know the actual count, but it's at least 1/3 of the United States that marijuana is now legal.
Yeah.
And there are people still suffer as, paying time in jail for something that's not illegal anymore, trying to spread, just like we're doing. We're social distancing. There's no way to do that in prison. That's a human rights issue we've been pushing on this. So if you get a chance, please do that. We'll do all the work for you. All you literally have to do is tell us what state you vote, and that would be rad. So
cool, man. Yeah, Rob, I will put all of these links in the comments below too, and I'll post this on YouTube and Facebook.
Don't be afraid, and if you have anything, reach out to us. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Rob at punkrocksaveslives.org. Direct message me, whatever you need to do. Like I said, if you can't find someone to talk to and you're having some doubts in the middle of the night, I will do my darndest. If I don't hear it, I promise you, if you leave a message, I will call you back first thing in the morning. So please don't doubt. We're all out here. There's a lot of us. We have a lot of people wired in on the mental health side that are willing to talk, willing to get you to, licensed people that can really help you. But we can be that first step. We're not offering anything other than friendship and an ear. If you need it, we're here.
That's great work you both are doing. Thank you, Rob.
There's more than me and my wife. There's a whole bunch. Everybody's jumped in this. We have an amazing board of directors. We have an amazing board of advisors. We're adding to those every day. If you really want to get active, let us know. We're going to be, adding more board of advisor type people all the time, and any direction we can to help people. We have anybody from musicians to social activists, and we can go on. It's all about having a bunch of people involved and believing in it so that we have directions to answer almost any question we get asked. So
yeah, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. Rob Rushing, Punk Rock Saves Lives. Just go to their website, check it out, punkrocksaveslives.org, and donate. Rob, thanks for being here, buddy.
One love, up the punks, people.
Up the punks.